And what's going on, guys? Carol here coming at you with a day 410 account update. So kind of starting things off in the very traditional format that we have been following, and please, I apologize for my ghostly appearance, but in the normal fashion of how these videos normally start out, we will first go in, look at our achievements, get the day 410 right over here. So in 10 more days, we had a grand whopping 15 more Hulk shards and 25 power cores, which I absolutely cannot wait for. But anyway, more importantly, looking at the TCP, we are currently sitting at a 5.8, almost 5.9 mil, so roughly about 200k from the last video. The last one I was at 5.7 and low 5.7. I definitely think this could be a bit higher, but Mini is definitely in a training core crunch right now, and I literally have no training cores. I also have not spent any energy today. It's just been a really kind of busy 4 days with work, and so just kind of getting home and kind of catching up on everything. So we'll kind of be doing things, I guess, a little live, which is a little bit different than I guess kind of how we normally do things. But basically what I'm farming, kind of the same old stuff. Basically farming stuff for either legendaries or my arena team, basically. And I do apologize, I've gone ghostly dark again, so let's get some additional light going. Alright, so now that I look more ghostly, so yeah, basically I'm farming, either characters for a legendary is pretty much really all I'm doing at the moment. So, I've got Yellow Jacket to get a 7-star Jubilee, Multiple Man to get a 7-star, brain just went south. 7-star Adam Warlock. Iceman, he is not part of the legendary farm, but definitely just working on my Axemen and just kind of getting them Doom ready, or Doom 2 ready, rather. They're doing fine in Doom 1. We've got Winter Soldier up here. He is for Omega Red. And then we have got a Polaris, so she is also for Adam Warlock. And then we're also going to have the 10,000 Kree minions that I'm basically farming for Fury. So yes, let's go on through. Cable over here is for Dr. Octopus and getting him to, I believe, 6 stars, hopefully 7 on his next go-around. And I really do apologize with this lighting. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, we will see if the sun will cooperate with me for a little bit and keep me from becoming a ghost. I don't know. The might not be able to see me too well this video. Anyway, moving right along. So over here we are currently farming our Kree minions, and again, that is in regards to getting Fury. So I've got quite a few of them already at the 6-star, or working on the 6-star mark. I've got them up to kind of the 5-star mark, and I think the one that I don't have currently is Kree Cyborg, so I'm going to kind of prioritize him a little bit more, and that is basically how I'm spending my daily campaign energy. Nothing groundbreaking. I mean, I've been doing the same thing now for, several weeks at this point. Then also what we're doing as far as our ISO 8 energy, we're still working on our Mystic team for Mini. Mini does not have a full Mystic team up and running, so, I've gotten the ISOs up for both Dagger and Cloak, so they'll be ready to go, as well as Deathpool. So currently I'm actually doing ISO 8 on the future X Factor team, and essentially working on Sabretooth first, because I think I have already done Wolverine, and that's kind of what I'm doing with my ISO greens, at least as far as that farming goes. Some other things of note. Looking over here in the stores, things have certainly changed with the introduction of G16s and teal gear. So what I've been kind of doing to kind of conserve my gold and kind of keep my gold kind of in a good place, I've only been buying the actual uniques with the hopes that with the Doom 2 raids, hopefully being within our reach within a couple weeks, we'll be able to get kind of the other pieces of the teal gear. So right now I'm only buying the uniques. Those are the only ones that are essentially not going to be, I believe, raid farmable from what I understand. But it also appears like the uniques are in the teal orbs as well, and we'll look at that in just a second. But other than that, I am still buying orange uniques that I do need. And then what I'm also finding is if I just need to complete the daily requirement, I'm also buying any green gear that I have low on. Mini is really kind of missed out on the heavy farming, so I don't actually have a whole lot of green gear, weirdly enough. Blitz store, kind of the same thing. I'm farming war energy, and then I just wait till I get to about 15,000, and then I open up a bunch of the Blitz orbs, basically just farming the characters. In the raid store, I've had to get a little bit more selective. I was starting to run up on a shortage of raid credits. So basically, right now I'm only farming characters that are either for a legendary, and that's really about it. The one that is outside of that legendary range is obviously going to be Sabretooth, and that is just for the Weapon X team. And then any old gold gear, kind of the same stuff. The catalysts if they're under 1,000, and the other pieces if they're under 100. In the arena store, with Mini's training mat crunch, as much as I hate doing it, I've actually been buying these L3 trainings, and it's just to kind of give me a little bit more of an influx, just because I desperately am in need of the training gears. In the war store, I am trying to kind of hold out a little bit for Maria Hill, as well as the other two characters, and I'm kind of farming for legendaries. So Longshot obviously is one of them. Longshot, Ghost is another, and then I'm also farming Bishop. So I'm kind of torn between those four, and then also some of the uniques that I do need, and we'll talk about the reasoning behind that in just a minute. In the Elite store, more or less the same, just looking for any worthwhile characters that kind of fit in with where Mini is, and clearly there has not been many since I am still sitting on 194 gold credits. In the ISO 8 store, I've been doing pretty good with the blue ISOs, and we'll certainly kind of talk about that too in a minute on where Mini is as far as prepping for Doom 2, and I think that's actually kind of a good segue. So what I've been doing with Mini is, I'm working on my Doom 2 stuff, and basically what I did was I started with the first section, and then I started on the second section, third, fourth, and fifth, etc. So the first section for Mini is bio, and I didn't really do these in any particular order. I just went through and got all of my symbiotes to blue 1. That way they're Doom 2 eligible. Once I fully hit blue 1 on this team, I shifted over to my second team, which for Mini happens to be skill. So we will go on down to the skill team over here and take a look at them real fast. And so skill, you'll notice some of them are a little bit higher than blue 1, just because currently the skill team I'm using on Mini is a little bit of a hybrid. So you'll notice Moondragon and Gamora are already blue 3. That already happened long before the Doom 2 stuff. So basically I just had to bring up Captain Sam and Sharon Carter. And then what I will do is when I do get Maria Hill unlocked and I do get her up, I will probably sub Moondragon out for Maria Hill just because she's a better healer, and she brings all the ads, which is really good for Kestrel. So I think that's going to be kind of my long-term team. And then, so now that they are done, I've actually been working on my tech section, which is the next section for Mini. And you'll notice here quite a few of the characters are not at blue 1, and the reasoning behind that is I don't think I'm going to actually be taking them much higher, if that makes sense. So kind of what I'm hoping, I'm hoping to have Doom unlocked pretty soon on Mini. So Doom will be subbing out for Ultron, and then I'm hoping to sub out Minerva, actually for Lady Deathstrike. I think she'll be a much better tech character. She's kind of self-sustained healer, and then Ghost, should be fine up here. But just kind of looking in general at tech characters. I could certainly bring up, I could always take in Nebula if I needed to, kind of just depending on the nodes. Tech really doesn't have what I would say is a fully solid team where there's like, okay, you have to use this team. So with that being said, I'm still kind of playing around with it a little bit, and I haven't invested too much into it on Mini, just because I'm thinking new characters, normally overpowered. So I'm thinking Lady Deathstrike will be a good addition, and hoping to have Doom unlocked. And so what I think my team will end up being is Kestrel, Dr. Octopus, Doom, Ghost, and then probably Lady Deathstrike. So I am kind of in the process of working on Ghost over here, and basically, so what I will start doing is on the next rewards that I do get for the Doom raids, which I actually might have some, because I didn't collect them last night because I went to bed early. So let's actually collect those real quick. And what I will be doing is I will be opening up the blue orbs for Ghost. She is a controller, so I am basically looking for one blue square and one blue circle, and basically I don't want to over open these, so if I get a square and I get a circle, we'll be good to go, and then we can move on to basically the next section. So you look at the controller, you open those up, and let's see if we get any luck. So we got the blue shield. That doesn't do anything for us for this particular situation. And we got the blue square. So the blue square at least helps. We're only missing one piece now for Ghost, and then we will take her to blue 1, and she will be all set, and that'll basically be my third section kind of completed. Following that, I believe, and I do have to look at the raid map real fast because I haven't gotten super familiar with this yet. So following that is actually going to be Mystic, and Mystic is definitely... Mini is nowhere near ready for Mystic, and the reasoning behind that is Mystic for Doom 1 is actually Mini's last section, so I actually haven't even started really working on this team at all. But basically, what I'm thinking is, depending on when I do unlock Doom, this will be my Mystic team up here, kind of a new Warriors with Atom and Silver Surfer. So Silver Surfer, just from kind of random luck, is one piece away from hitting blue 1, and then Deathpool and Dagger I haven't started working on just because I don't have the training materials to actually take them to the level required. So I am getting actually pretty close to that. And then following that, I will do my last section, which is going to be Mutant for Mini, and I will take my remaining mutants to blue 1, and that will basically kind of be my starting point. And actually, we can take Beast to blue 1 up here, and we might as well do that because why not? So that I'll get Beast to blue 1. And so so Mini is basically ready to go for October 18th, at least for the first two sections, and am going to kind of slowly start building the remaining sections. So with that being said, we've been talking about this training map material shortage that Mini has been going through, and that's a combination of building both for the Doom raids as well as Dark Dimension 4. I actually did manage to finish the city section for Mini, so I've actually gone into Legendary. And Legendary has been a little bit of a mess. I'm really trying to avoid bringing up some of the older Legendaries. I still have not unlocked Phoenix. And I've got all the other legendaries basically at level 1. So kind of my plan going in, I will take Adam, which the issue becomes with him is the miasmas, which is also going to kind of slow down the growth of Deathpool. But, definitely I'm planning to take Adam in. Ebony Maw over here, I just need a couple more of these arcane magics, and he will be ready to go. So I think probably my starting 4 will be Adam, Jubilee, Dr. Octopus, and Ebony, and then once I get Black Bolt up, he will make for my 5th, and I can finish the DD4 run. I think it'll definitely take a little bit longer without Phoenix, but it is certainly manageable. But basically that's where my training materials have gone. So I've gone to investing basically Ebony Maw up to level 80, Adam Warlock over here. Jubilee and Dr. Octopus were already built up, thankfully, and now I'm actually starting to work on Black Bolt, and basically once I get him to level 80, I can then refocus back to the Doom Raids. And I haven't really spent too much gold today, so let's go on in and basically use the training materials I have. Kept Black Bolt up just a little bit, so that'll get him to 71. Let's see, is today training day? It is not. Alright, so we will get Black Bolt up to 71, gets him a little bit closer, and we can actually see, I'm pretty sure he uses the quantum energies, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I'm going to be short quantum energies for Black Bolt as well, so basically I'm in a G13, 14, 15 crunch. And so once we get Black Bolt kind of finished up, we will be ready to go for DD4 Legendary. So that's kind of just basically the training mat shortage that I've kind of been going through, and why I've actually been buying the training mats from the arena store, which normally I would not really advocate for. But once I get Black Bolt kind of up to 80, I can then refocus back to my Doom Raid characters, getting them to kind of like my current level. I'm really slacking in that. It's kind of a pick and choose which one you want to go with, and certainly finishing Dark Dimension 4 is a higher priority for Mini than getting my current characters to my current level, which is 84. So what I will do though is once I do kind of get my Mystic characters to at least level 80, I will then start going to the level match, and what I'll be doing is I will take up the characters that I will be using first in Doom 2. So again, I'll do it in that order of Bio, Skill, Tech, Mystic, Mutant, and I will get them to level 84, which at that point I will probably be level 85, and we'll go from there. But that's pretty much what's kind of been going on. Not too much else really for day 410. Kind of the same thing, Stark Tech, again, just kind of working on that kind of as I go. Again, I've reshifted with the priority now being Doom 2. So, again, Bio, Skill is what I'm currently finishing off as we are kind of going through it. And then I will go over to Tech, and then going on over to Tech, and then, finishing off with both Mystic and then Mutant. So that's really, I think, about it for day 410. We've kind of shifted focuses a little bit, especially with the introduction of Teal Gear, as well as the Doom 2 prep. But yeah, I would say, DD4, like I said, is going pretty good. It was actually my fastest run through this last city node. I managed to do it actually in only 13 attacks, and adding Cloak actually on the last day really did a good amount of damage. But anyway, so that's going to be day 410. Hopefully you are still finding these little account updates helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one, and take it easy.